joining.
And there's Rob. He
Um,
never got that new picture, did he? Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
I'm gonna send Jakey a message. Jakey.
Okay, I'm gonna say something really stupid. How do you open these? Well.
There's like a little seat you gotta take off of it on the side.
What?
That's how to open the bottle.
Let's see.
And what did you say?
There's like a little thing you have to pull off on the side. I can show you.
Oh, you just pop it.
Do you? Because sometimes there's a
No, I think there is a little.
yeah.
What?
I found.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I never do that. I was just popping.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
yeah, we're all good. You can go up there and get your,
Okay.
grab your stuff.
I'll be right back.
All right, we'll be here.
That's pretty good.
Gang's all back together.
What's that?
So the gang's all back together. Me.
Your gang's all here.
Yeah, gang's all here.
There is a pen around here. I tried to bring a pen and I keep one in the car and I have no idea what happened.
We brought a bunch down last time.
Okay. So,
Oh, I hope Val comes. I have my tax money.
oh, she probably won't be here.
What's going on, sir?
It's a claims day, so
You said.
Val.
Oh,
Alright, so I fixed this. I just fixed this resolution with the correct number.
did equalization get you the figure?
Yeah, it's just the bigger number, the 430, they think it's gonna be the same. There's a 430,
How much
430.
you want to generate?
It's $203,000 now instead of the 158. Yeah. So I have all these originals, so when you're done, I'll have you so you can do these,
On agenda?
do the resolutions,
That's what I
just so you
thought.
can sign these.
Well, it's what.
Yeah.
You guys can get through pretty quick.
Jerry, is there any place I can leave this check for her?
Yeah, I can put it in my office.
Cause I know her office is open right now because she's cleaning it.
Oh, I guess if you wanna put a little note or something, you can grab a piece of paper out of there, write a little note, put it with, or you can just slide it under the window, they'll get it in the morning,
Oh,
you know, whatever you like.
that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach Nellie how to do this for the days I got court and I can't do a meeting.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see, Charles. I think you might already had that. It's District 4. The letter.
I read it on my computer.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna fight him.
No, he was in the parade. Come up with my son. I was talking to my son.
You talked to my wife,
He wouldn't talk to me.
he wouldn't see you.
He walked, yeah, he did. I'm standing like from here to there for my son while he's talking to him. My other son was saying, I whispered to him, "There's the lemonade boy." I had a few questions for him. And,
And he wouldn't talk to you after
no,
that?
he walked right up to me like this. He looked at me and he just took off.
Talking to the beast.
I don't understand. I can't believe he's that way. He didn't let out like.
Well,
No one's even primary in him, and he's.
Chelsea wants to buy it.
Now, can I give it to you?
You'll face up.
Yeah, I'll take it down there the first thing in the morning.
It's pretty with kittens on.
Oh, there you go.
Boy, the ads that I've been seeing going around. Even for primaries, my gosh, are they getting nasty? I mean, they're just, and some of them were downright lies. But I'm sitting here and seeing those things and I think you are just getting nasty.
Nobody cares anymore.
You know, that's just, that's not who we are.
It's who they are.
Some people only remember the bad stuff. They don't remember all, you can see all the million good things you did.
There's an invoice. for
One
next-
bad thing, that's what they're gonna
The
remember.
invoice for next,
Oh,
this is-
okay.
this is all for the solar. But all for that windmills.
Oh, okay. So during commissioner sent me 3 things to put up on the website. I sent those over right away. All from Grand Lake,
In August.
Grand Lake, yeah, so.
Like you saw.
Yeah, I was waiting for a reply back from her, but I didn't see one.
You saw.
Yeah, there's a lot in the packet, a lot that you guys didn't get emailed to you because a lot of it was like stuff on today. I didn't get it till today. Good job, Jim.
Good evening, Your Honor. Hello, Joe Libby.
How are you, sir?
Better than good.
Me sitting long enough.
Well, but there he goes. He's on the screen now.
Oh, he's just a little guy.
Yeah, I know, but if he comes around me, I'm screaming, just so you know.
Any bug?
Anybody. I
Oh,
don't like.
bugs on the screen.
Yeah, bugs.
Oh,
freak me
yeah.
out.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Get the joke.
How'd you get to me for?
Oh, another day.
Hi, buddy.
Because he's wearing the special sauce.
Get that. I did.
He has to be on the agenda way before anybody else.
I know.
So he got first.
I
pick.
noticed that last night.
Yeah.
Oh, Camp Kevin. What do you think about Lee name? Oh, it's District 4L. You can pull out this off.
So I went through them. Yeah, I had to put that in there, first thing he said. But I decided I just finished printing out, one that you can sign right after everybody. approves it. Well, the minutes too, just so you don't have to do a whole year at one time like that.
Right.
Yeah, I got the solutions.
Anne Marie kind of skipped over that.
What's that?
Signing of the minutes.
Yeah, looks like she would take down a huge amount, why not just do it at the meeting, you're
Supposed to
minutes.
do it, right?
Mhm.
Hi, Robin, how are you?
But how are you?
I don't want to be here. No. It's too nice, it's too nice, so.
It's chilly.
Today
So I guess.
Rain all day, like, it rained like crazy up here.
Somebody's gonna be up here and he hasn't been much light.
It wasn't bad, but yeah, it rained all day, but not like crazy.
Not like yours.
So that's why I have this set up so they can.
Boy, you got it, it's bad.
Now I need your stuff down here.
You
can, oh. A lot of room.
What's it called?
There was.
I don't know, I didn't really read through it all. This would be the contract you would sign.
It's not.
Yeah.
I just had to share the bill, because I was supposed to pull
Okay.
credit for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's now.
How's that?
Good, how are you?
I didn't know I had pulled.
I'm seeing you first part of the week, we're away.
What's
Yeah, every guy that pulled up to my house, you know, the chimney's falling apart, it's like, oh, why is every guy going inside? I don't see that. And it's
22
not-
hours, 16 hours by.
So Greg Crawford said,
Michael's flying in from Denver.
do it when I. when
Mother's
you got
gonna
it,
take
go up
me,
there.
I don't know.
So he rebuilt.
We'll be
the whole
batching
thing at the top and everything.
Maybe we'll do
Our food and sit there, no.
Well, Michael and I.
Did I talk about that?
But you know what? It's no fun to cook for one.
Does that even have to get on my roof?
Oh, Christ.
It's a flat roof, so.
They're not allowed in home.
I told Greg.
That's what I wanna talk to Greg.
Huh?
About.
He's gonna
They're
be
not
over
allowed
there.
to-
You know, he's gonna be
You don't
over
have
there
many of
tomorrow.
them.
What's the
Okay.
point?
Because I'm having them.
I don't see
That
the
I
price
have
in
going
there. I
around
don't
the
know.
house. For top
Well,
parts,
you can have it,
they're all
Right, cause they gave us,
peppers.
well, maybe this is revenue and expenditure about
Cleaned up right now.
maybe this is what they were.
And he said, okay, I can replace.
It looks like 24 in a year.
So he was prepping something that.
Basis.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
he'll be back.
I think Zach's gonna be
It's
here.
not gonna be enough. I'm gonna go get.
So they
my
took
gallery
44,000.
paint back wall where everything is apart. Yeah, I gotta find some guy who's got shirt on.
I made extras.
Yeah, I don't know, this is from Alcona.
But I think it's flat.
Right, snacks?
I took the accident.
Oh.
Friday.
So.
Only Rob.
Oh, I have to ask her.
Yeah, right.
Nelly, I'll explain it.
That was not, that was supposed to be
Yes, sir.
voted out.
Are you in conversation?
That's the old one.
Oh, I put the new one in here.
Things going?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
That
Alan.
one's voided out until
Right.
Renee says otherwise.
So that was taken out, and that high school one was probably added.
Yeah.
That's the only two.
I see
that-
it. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that expensive one, that was due on the sixth, yeah.
Whoa.
So that was in the new one that we sent out.
Better highlight it so I can tell about that.
Got that line there. There's only gonna be the fly.
I'm sure they'll see it.
Well, they get good chair. It's one of the cozy.
Out there.
Custom made.
Later today, I gotta.
He was requesting.
This.
And then, if I don't meet up with him tomorrow, I'll give him his contact.
This one he's.
Okay. Yeah, you might still be there, next week. I've got somebody.
I need to
that's
just
gonna
take
be-
this in treasure.
I borrowed his.
You had one on the 30th. That was the budget we need.
Ground?
I put
But it's
Oh, okay.
3,600
And then the-
PSI.
Budget
and I
was
can
630,
control that.
ground.
I'll lose the window if I did.
Got those.
Yeah.
You need a little homework.
All my last one was.
Well, we had one this one. Works great.
You had that special one
What?
on Monday, right?
I'm writing down Mondays.
Why not?
I think a host attachment.
That was the closed session one.
Yeah,
Really pressure on it.
yeah, it does, and he showed it, got the different nuts on it, and he said, this is what you need, don't do it that one, that's for extra, you know, damage it. So, the person that told me to do it is back, Greg, I told him.
It's high school.
It should all be
I
helped by
got
four.
some concrete in there, I've got a bunch of concrete stuff, and, if you back out, I saw, you know,
So I have one for us. And
that's what happens when you hire someone to the floor. It was all part of the way you started, way back in the seventies.
Okay, so you just had that just.
Yeah.
and then every time I do a this should go enough to the place.
I'm really all summer, I've seen
Yeah.
white things out there, people want
Yeah,
to
right
be there.
there.
27,000.
Yep,
Like Bosch,
Every time you.
yeah, but saving up for that for quite some
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I was inside.
Start.
Well, that school opened up.
So the last meeting was like
Four next time you have.
36, 40, that's 2 years old.
It's
Yeah.
always last Friday. of the
They're
month.
gonna be
Well, I
spelled.
went,
You don't wanna. always-
There's my cell.
Close to
That's
the
correct.
Here's the C.
That's only 36 years.
That's
You're 60, yeah.
You don't want to get.
The road is-
Back,
And I'll bring them down.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
I can't.
cause I
Damage the roof.
Otherwise.
damaged the roof, so I had to
Yeah, we do.
touch that and record it, and then we had to find it, because they
And
said.
then it's not, that way nobody.
We had already done those two.
Somebody else.
Yeah, you're always.
So there was a section of the building that insurance had paid for, we made that.
If your bed repaired, then leaks probably, you don't-
Yep.
I know, but no call to order.
Maintenance is part of it.
Yeah, it is.
Every time needs prayer.
Ahead
And then
him there,
Well, happens. He would know calls.
Years ago. salary people.
Yeah, they're the ones who always need me. Make an amendment at the last minute, they come in and say, "Yeah, we have this." Not go on for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we appointed Mike to the ZBA. And they had 2 meetings that he turned in, everybody else got paid, he didn't. And something, he said, my brother.
Yeah.
And he said to me, he says, you know, when they saw that they didn't have my paperwork, you think somebody would have called me? So he just showed up and went up and talked to the clerk's office. Really?
You got worked here all the years.
Yeah, so. It is what it is. He's not upset, it's his thing.
Yeah, I saw him in here. I didn't know what he was here for.
You know,
Well, where does Mike live?
you can tell them.
He lives on Gibbons Road, you wouldn't know where that is.
It's in our area.
Yeah,
He was at the Onaway Parade and Wave.
That's a mile away.
yeah, when you go, from left on Glacier Road.
Yeah.
Township Hall.
Yeah.
You can turn there or you can turn the mile before.
Oh, I know, you were gonna strip Holy Cross Church on the Glacier Road.
Yep, and then you go a mile and you turn left, that's one. And you turn right on Belden, and that's Glacier, that's one of the shortest roads, like
$2,000.
That's right.
half a
It's
mile.
opinion.
Gibbons, half a
Not
mile,
to
dead ends,
make
and
you lawyers.
he's got 40 acres at the end of it.
Has he been there quite a while?
Yeah,
That was.
that's-
You said.
That's his place.
Right. He's saying,
Well, my
he's
guy,
saying because.
And part of us from over there, and their kids was to school.
That's all.
Because
That's school, he's saying, yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, he wanted to be first, and Mike says, if we can find you right now.
Yeah, of the something of the,
Put his
yeah,
cell
sure.
phone every day.
you
The
know.
one he had built, we had all built, helped him build.
Yeah.
You guys are like Amish.
This. But if I added that, that's the way we get stuff done.
It's not great, they're these.
Flavor costs are down.
But they build something else in there.
For a whole month.
You know, if they want to go and find the price of your line.
He's got what I
So
call
doing that, move
perfect
that.
return.
I just grab it off of
It's
there.
one of those.
Double
No,
check it.
it's got a loft with a bedroom on it.
Where's everybody else?
And one bedroom, real nice big, that's what the. Pool up. First floor, wrap around that. 2-car attached garage, full barn. We built a lean-to this spring.
Did he do a lot of the building himself?
Yeah.
But he's pretty accomplished, so I think.
Oh, yeah. He was real busy then, had Wally Larson put the shell. So. Oh, yeah, he
Well,
does everything.
I had all mine in order. I try to keep them in order.
Yeah.
You guys can just go to the next one.
Had a fireman then.
In the new house?
About
Yeah.
5 years in.
That's not.
Yeah, sure.
Dishwasher.
You know,
Dishwasher, she said it and went to work, she was in the school system. Said it, went to work, got home at 4 o'clock after school. Quincy in the door. That's odd, she went to open it, tried to pull it from her hands. The dishwasher had drained and the heat cycle stayed on. Dishwasher malfunctioned, burned a hole in the floor, when it ran out of oxygen, it was wicking along in between the floor joists and the basement. And melted the fresh air intake in the furnace. Got a puff of new oxygen. Oh, that took her off, huh? Burn a hole in the floor and then it ended up melting that pipe to where it choked itself off again.
Wow.
And literally stripped it to this stuff.
There's a lot of smoke damage in the house.
All tongue moving the ceiling. Pull that off. Pull the insulation, off, the smoke damage in there. The pro vents was sucking the oxygen out of there and replaced it with smoke.
Wow.
Literally pulled every square inch out of the house.
Unbelievable.
It's a peculiar situation. It's weird. But yeah,
How old is Mike now?
64. No, 65 in January. That's good.
I was gonna say, he's older than you, but he
Yeah.
should be 64 now.
Not quite.
When he turned in August,
Sunday.
oh, he's almost there.
Almost.
And I'm a few months
You
behind.
do remember those, they got burned in the hunting club.
Yes.
How old was he then?
I didn't know.
15.
Was a teenager, right?
Yep.
Mine.
It's been a month now.
He was a pretty little bird.
49.
Yeah, my dad. I just now see, and Mike.
That's the waiting room.
Day too much.
So no,
And,
nobody's on yet.
Wow.
So,
Freak me out.
Dad who crawled under the house and.
But you see him in that.
yeah, all the way to the right.
Oh,
Yeah, so right now you just have the two clerks, which are these two
My
computers.
dad was.
Oh, here he is right here.
Crawled in there. The other
So he's entered the waiting room. So I will admit him when it's his turn.
Lisa.
Leaking gas.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yep.
Our city
Okay.
line gas tank was leaking.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So you see what I
nobody was,
watched.
nobody was screwed, burned and shit.
My dad.
Yeah, to see what I watched on you guys.
Yeah.
You remember when we first moved up here? You could see the scars. As he got older, it was more like.
Well, he bought the girls and older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
70.
What year did you guys put up? What bus? Okay, then you were here.
Stood there last week, actually.
Where from?
So is this like?
Big Horn.
Oh, the commissioners.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
there's
worked
from
in the
the district, their commissioner up.
On the big trees?
Yeah.
Joe, how old were you?
I
when
think
that
Gary
kid
has
started?
to have one district. That's where I'm from.
Well, you ended up playing football at the seventies, late seventies.
77, 78, 79.
Chair, vice chair.
Mike played football too, didn't he? He was a running back, wasn't he?
Just a year or two. And then concentrate on tracks. Because he was a part of the high school track team.
Where's our fearless leader?
He went to use the restroom before it started. He's got 30 seconds.
Well, here.
Yeah.
Hello. You got something for me, dude? Got something?
Yeah, it's on the flag. I gotta order another one. Battery, you know, hold, I gotta keep it up.
Hey, you ready?
All right.
I'm ready. Yeah.
That's what Steve Hyde used to use. Great.
Oh, maybe the order, please rise and pledge your prayer.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we pray, O Lord God, we come before you in prayer, acknowledging the blessings of government and administration. You are a God of order and have blessed us with the establishment of governing officials to provide civil harmony and concord. Be with us in this meeting, give us strength and wisdom to pursue goals which please you, and grant us the courage to support those things which are right and according to your ordinances. For we ask it in Christ's name. Amen.
Roll call, please, Jerry.
Robert Britsky.
Here.
Joe Libby.
Here.
Robin Hughes. Clifford Tolini.
Here.
Robert Crook.
Here. Approval agenda. Any additions or deletions? Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented then?
I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda as presented.
Support. Any discussion? Oh, I was gonna add to that too, wasn't there? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You're gonna
Opposed? Add the people, the salary people.
Oh,
Adding.
That was on there, wasn't it?
it's on here, isn't it?
No,
It isn't.
now we have the appointed salary and wages, but you were gonna, the ones that missed some stuff.
I know what.
So I added it at the end, but you said you were gonna.
You need to add something. There's people that are underpaid their salary.
You mean it's some new business, an extra item?
Yeah,
This would be item 12.
12.
How shall we title it?
Miss wages, I guess.
Okay.
Salary.
Wages adjustment?
Yeah, that's fine.
Salary.
Must be,
I make a motion, we approve the amendment to the budget number 12, miss wages for salaried employees. Support.
support. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks for reminding me.
Mhm.
Moving on, any conflict disclosure? Anybody have a conflict with anything that's on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll go to the minutes of the June 26th meeting. I read them. Here. Both a chance to review
I didn't see any problem.
them. Approve the minutes separately.
Yeah, make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented for the Friday, June 26th, meeting at 9:30 AM.
Support. Motion support. Is there any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Special meeting, June 30th, 2026. Actually, the budget meeting. Proposed budget meeting.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from the June 30, 2026 special meeting, 7 PM.
That's support. That's support. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
I have those here if you want to sign them or if you can sign them later.
Okay, just.
Don't. Don't stuff.
Claims audit.
You, didn't ask for conflict. Yes, you did. I'll be quiet now.
But you got one?
You covered it.
Yeah, you cover it.
You got one?
No,
Claims audit. We went through, if you look on page 11. Radios for the sheriff's department, $44,934.21. They weren't sure if that was paid. They thought they paid it, so we removed it from the audit. That's subtracted, and the only other thing that was added is High Street, if you look on page 8. High Street Insurance, Property Liability Insurance. $227,333 a year.
that's the one we met on.
Sad,
That's the one we met on.
yeah. Liability,
And it came in a little under what their estimate was. They made some adjustments.
yeah, it was like $32,000 less, if you believe that.
That's because we did the buildings audits and updates to the buildings. I think that all had an effect, from what I understand.
It's still $100,000 higher than when I first got elected here, not too long ago.
The only one's making money. Make a motion, we pay the approved claims audit as presented in the amount of
$477,455.44. Support. Any discussion on the audit? Roll call vote. That'd be a record.
Robert Crook,
Yes.
Robin Hughes,
Yeah.
Robert Ritzky.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
yes.
Clifford Tolini.
Yes. Okay. At this time, we'll open up the floor to citizens that want to appeal before the county commission. Have something to say. Hearing none. Unfinished business then. Reclamation payback made to overpayments made to 3 employees. These were the mistakes we made
Mhm.
and overpaid them.
Yes, it is. One, two, one. Let's see. Per.
He's got this, those here.
I don't think we can bring up names without going to. closed
No,
session.
but those are, we have the amounts on here if you need those.
The total,
Yeah.
what's the total?
Total for each one.
Did you add them all up?
Not
And do that one motion?
Have they all agreed to pay this back? And the employee that's no longer here,
She's been told she had to pay it back, but she never agreed to it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm against this.
What's that?
I'm against. The person has already been harmed, so I'm against now making them pay back more money. It was our fault that we overpaid them in the first place.
Well, the one was
And we-
the one was our fault. This one isn't ours.
Yeah,
The large one isn't
yeah,
ours.
the two small.
The large one was done on their own.
But I mean, taking that money out of, I'm assuming unemployment right now, that's gonna leave not a whole lot to live on.
What I'm worried about is setting the precedence here. Basically, that's the only one, that and that one. The total amount on all three is. $22,892.61. So. What does the board want to do?
You want to clarify the fact that one of them, or two of them was the county's fault, one was not? Or you want to lump them all together, which she points out is quite fair.
Oh, you mean break them out, ones that was our fault?
I would. And forgive those.
I think if the county's at fault, then we shouldn't force them.
Yep. It's a
I
few
think
$100
the
for
one
each
that
of them.
The county wasn't at fault, we still approved it.
Did we?
Did we approve
How
how they
did
got the money?
we, how did we approve it?
Well, we
Okay,
approved
we're talking
payroll.
around the corner here because we can't use names, but,
Well, they reported time. We did approve payroll. Yeah. As presented. But
Yeah.
we really had no.
So I don't know if it's a case of false
We had really
reporting
no
or,
idea that.
That's right, we had no idea.
right,
Well, payroll doesn't show you the back numbers. It
right,
shows you how much someone's getting paid, but not how they're
the
getting paid.
previous employee. She took liberties that had not been approved to take.
Mhm.
I say we refer this to personnel committee, come back with a recommendation.
I refer it to legal. I already got the legal recommendation.
They said, get it back.
No,
No,
the council I talked to said, forget about it.
that's where I'm leaning.
Me too,
That's what they told me.
obviously. Because a lot of this overpay is sick hours.
I make a motion that we,
The sick out, they were overpaid is sick hours
Yeah,
that they weren't entitled to.
mhm.
that's the problem.
so it would have been right, so it would have been time off without pay. And they still receive pay like
Yeah,
like
make a
as if it was a salary.
Make a motion, we, forgive all three cases and learn a lesson.
Second,
Any more discussion? Okay, we'll do a roll call vote.
Okay. Joe Libby,
Yes.
Robert Crook,
No,
Robert Britsky,
No,
Robin Hughes,
yes,
Cliff Talini.
No,
So then we refer this back to personnel, or what do we do?
motion failed.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we do forgive the two instances where the county was at fault and not forgive the one where we are not at fault.
I would support that.
A second?
I said, I just.
Oh, you didn't say second.
third, fourth,
Now discussion on this. Anybody?
well, no, that is the same thing that I said, because that one isn't here anymore, and therefore it's gonna have to come out of her pocket and living off of unemployment, well, she, well, that's gonna.
I understand what you're saying. And it came out.
And I'm just thinking ethically and morally, it's wrong.
No. True, ethically
I was-
taking it was wrong too. Any more discussion? Roll call vote on this motion.
Cliff Colleen,
Yes.
Joe Libby. Yes. Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Robin Hughes,
Yeah,
Robert Crook.
Yes.
Motion carried. I just set the precedent.
Yep. It's fine.
Unfinished business is over then.
Yep.
I guess you'll notify that. New business. Your Honor, 53rd Circuit Court.
Like Presque received a copy of my annual report for last year. A lot of it is what we put in every year's annual report, just to reiterate the mission and values of the circuit court and jurisdictional aspects. Of course, your circuit court is your trial court of general jurisdiction with felony crimes, lawsuits over $25,000, property cases, your domestic relations cases, and also appeals from either agencies, rezoning matters or Secretary of State matters, and appeals from the district court to the circuit court as well. We, through a long-standing shared jurisdiction plan, to divvy up the caseload between our Sheboygan judges and our Presque judge. We have a long-standing arrangement where the Presque probate judge, now Tim Gilner, handles not only the probate docket, but also the family division and the civil division of the circuit court. So I primarily handle any appeals that come up and the felony criminal docket. Our court and our circuit continues to really prioritize transparency, and we continue to be a leader in the state in live streaming our criminal docket and the civil docket in Sheboygan. And I continue to be involved at a statewide level to bring a rural voice to the folks down in Lansing. I have a seat on the Michigan Judicial Council that counsels the Supreme Court on recommendations for goals for the entire judicial branch for the state of Michigan. I'm participating in a court security work group, who just was appointed to chair a subcommittee on that. I teach with the Michigan Judicial Institute, new judges every 2 years. This will be the third year I've been asked to do that. Third cycle, every 2-year cycle. So the judges that get elected or appointed those last 2 years go for a all-week orientation. One of those days, the whole day we spend on felony sentencing, and I teach that with 2 other judges. I gave a sentencing update to all circuit judges at a mandatory conference last year as well. And also worked with some of our local partners. So last year I arranged a training with probation and parole agents in several northern Michigan counties, went down to Gaylord, and we all drove down there and gave them a sentencing update. And the sheriff's department and the chief of police for Rogers City were kind enough to arrange a training for us for me to come over and give them an update on the red flag law that still is fairly new, and ways to use that carefully. And so we had that. We also worked, this was something I was particularly happy with last year. We worked with the circuit court, the district court, and the sheriff of both Sheboygan and Presque counties to reach for the first time a consistent policy about credits that inmates in the jail can receive for being a trustee or participating in a GED program or some counseling programs. When we've got that counseling program in the Sheboygan jail, and we're looking to try to expand it through community corrections into the Presque jail. So we have some consistency and approach on that, and so we got everybody to agree, and everybody had to change what they wanted to do just a little bit so that we could all kind of be more consistent. And I think that's a better approach for the inmates and also the prosecutors and defense attorneys in the two counties. It's one circuit for both counties, and for that consistency, I was real happy that we got that done. And the big section of the report on the recovery court, of course, that's operational in Sheboygan only. We've long been running a Swift and Sure program in Presque as sort of an alternate. That program, the importance of that program has really diminished over the years because they've made legal changes to how we handle probation, regular probation. So regular probation looks a lot like how Swift and Sure used to look. And so we did make a decision this year to shut down the Swift and Sure program, not spending no money anymore. But we are exploring with Judge Gilner has expressed an interest in exploring to see if we could do a treatment court in Presque County. It's something I've long been interested in. The numbers make it really hard. Makes it really hard for me to expand the Sheboygan program to cover Presque County. And for the same reason, the numbers would be hard for the district court to expand from Sheboygan to Presque County. So what now we're exploring is whether Judge Gilner here in Presque County can chair a treatment court that would include both misdemeanors and felonies. She's still in the early planning stages of that. She's talked to some of she can tell you about that, but she's really taken good initiative to see if we can make that happen. It's something that we'd love to see happen. So we're hopeful that in the next 12 to 24 month window, we can have it as an option. Because it's my favorite thing that we do as a circuit in the Sheboygan program, where we'll be able to save a lot of money and also save a lot of years in prison for people. And if we manage to get them sober instead of locked up, then the community is safer too. So I think it's a good program. So I'm hopeful that we can build something. Our friendly court office is doing really well. I mean, Kyle Ortiz, we hired him, what, 2 years ago now? And he's just been doing fantastic. I'm very happy. We've got a lot less, it runs real smooth. Let me just put it, our friendly court office is running really smooth in both counties, and we've got the numbers in there for you to see that you can measure it lots of different ways. You know, some of the key things I think that they look at for what's a statewide average versus what are we doing. What's the percent of child support that's paid the month that it's owed? Well, the statewide average is 68.8%. In Presque County, we're at 72.7%. That's good. That's good efforts from front of the court and from Judge Gilder. She presides over the family. And another one is, what's the percentage of cases that have arrears, have a backlog, that receive some payment for getting out of that thing? And the statewide average is 61.9%. And Presque knocks that one out of the park at 85.3%. So that shows a real active effort to get people who are in the hole for child support to keep chipping away at getting out of that hole. That's particularly important these days because our Attorney General has become much more active in prosecuting felony as felon people who don't pay child support. So that ends up with them, you know, in jails or prisons as well. The local prosecutors usually have the Attorney General handling that, but we've seen in both Sheboygan and Presque County increase in those cases. So trying to make sure that our folks are paying the support and chipping away at that hole so they don't get locked up. You know, that's what we'd love to see happen.
And end up paying nothing.
What's that?
Then they end up paying nothing
That's exactly right.
We
That's exactly right.
to the detriment of the child.
Yes, so we're really happy with those numbers out of our friendly court director and Judge Gilman. Our case filing, I gave you those numbers over across a 5-year window from 2021 through 2025. And what we see is consistent in both counties, where then we had sort of a high watermark of felony criminal filings in 2022 and 2023. I don't know exactly what explains that. We had a downturn in the COVID 2020 and 2020 off, because I just want to forget that entire year.
Yeah.
But we had sort of a downturn there, and then it picked back up, and I'm glad that trend didn't continue, because we were starting to hit some numbers in 2022 and 2023. It caused us some significant backlogs. But we're back down a bit on the felony filings. You can see that. And then we have time guidelines for how often or how we're supposed to resolve those in a certain way. we're supposed to resolve 98% of criminal cases within 301 days of the bind over from the district court. And we've been falling short on that. 86% in Sheboygan and 83% in Presque, a bit shy of the statewide average of 89%. I mean, the goal is 98, the statewide average is 83, so we're not terrible, but we're still short of where we want to be. So I did work with our local attorneys and prosecutors this last year. I think I can put this in this work. We built some attempt to speed up some cases and identify cases that are more of a routine nature that we can put on what I affectionately call a rocket docket, where we'll try to just push that through real fast. If they get it resolved by a plea bargain, great. If not, great. We'll schedule that for trial, but we're not going to wait around 6-8 months while we think about it. So I'm hopeful that when I come back, maybe next year might be too soon to see the results, but within a couple of years, I'm real hopeful we're going to see much better numbers on how fast we're getting those cases resolved. That's to the benefit of everybody, not just the court staff, but but if you're charged with a crime, that's a lot of uncertainty in your life. If you've been the victim of a crime, that's a lot of uncertainty in your life, and making those people not wait longer than they have to is important. So we are working on doing better. Our civil case filings have continued to grow in both counties. We saw a dip in 2022, and we've seen a growth upward since then. And our time guidelines for resolving those are doing reasonably well. We're supposed to resolve them in this one that they really care about the one with 2 years. The civil cases take a lot longer, and there's discovery, depositions, motions, things like this. So the goal is to resolve 95% within 2 years. And we're hitting 93% in their Sheboygan docket and 96% in Presque. So I think we're doing fine with our civil docket. We're pretty happy with that. Our domestic relations case filings, this includes your divorce, custody, paternity, your child support, and filings in those have generally held steady in both counties over the last 5 years. I didn't go through all the time guidelines for those because there's separate time guidelines for all. There's a divorce with kids, separate time guideline, and divorce without support, parenting time, all of them. So you'd have to add 6 pages to the report to get in with. And we see we're seeing a steady number of PPO petitions and appeals and other miscellaneous. And we've been having good clearance rates to not be building a backlog. We've got those numbers there for you as well. I mentioned we did the training on the red flag law, and this isn't going to be a permanent feature of the report. Last year I did an update on it, and this year I wanted to include that as well because it's still a pretty new law, just to talk about what we're seeing in that. I'll probably drop that off next year's report unless we see a big change with that. But of course, this was the Extreme Risk Protection Order Act, commonly known as the red flag law. And it certainly was not passed without controversy. We understand that. So what we did is we came up with a plan with our law enforcement partners in both counties to come up with a local circuit plan for how to handle these cases in a way that will protect public safety, protect constitutional rights, and also prioritize officer safety. Because there are some wrinkles in that law that if you apply them a certain way, for example, would cause, if a judge does it the wrong way, police officer has to go to your door and say, here's a piece of paper that says the judge thinks you're too dangerous to have guns. Turn them in within 24 hours or we'll come back to get them tomorrow. Well, that's a really bad plan.
That'll work well.
Right, because tomorrow could be a really bad day for some.
Yeah.
Those officers go back and now we just escalate that situation. So we built some procedures in place to handle that better and handle that in a way that's going to make sure we keep everybody as safe as we can. And none of those petitions are going to be granted by a judge in our circuit without a conversation with law enforcement and planning about what we're doing. And we just figured the easiest way to do that is just have one point person. So any red flag petition, both counties have to call me. Nowadays with Zoom, with cell phones, even if I'm on vacation, we're able to meet this. So the state requires us to report these things so they can track them, and I put the statewide numbers in there. You'll see there are quite a few filed throughout the state. In our circuit, all the red flag petitions in 2024 and 2025 were filed either by law enforcement themselves or with the involvement of law enforcement helping the petition. We had 4 of them in 2024, 2 in each county, and in 2025 we had 3 of them filed, all in Presque County. And all but 1 of those were granted. And part of that, like if you just look at the state numbers, you know, you'll see what the percentage that are granted. Our percentage is going to look like we grant more percentage wise, because we've also built in an extra step, because these can be done on an ex parte basis, like the PPO. Well, the officers just call me direct on my cell phone if they think they have a red flag situation going on. And they tell me what's going on before they go through all of the paperwork of submitting the petition. And if I know this is not one where you really need to do that, then we just kind of talk through, you don't really need to do that. I refer them to talk to their prosecutor, their on-call prosecutor, for other options that they might have with either mental health or a criminal charge or whatnot. I can't advise the officers with that. I refer them to the prosecutor. But we're able to resolve some of these red flag petitions with direct contact, and you don't have to file something if it's denied. So for example, there were 4 petitions not filed in Sheboygan, or I'm sorry, in 2025, there were 4 petitions not filed, 3 in Sheboygan and 1 in Presque, because we were able to talk that through. And I'll give you just one example of that, why that sort of thing is important. So that this law, as I said, it's not uncontroversial. But I want to just assure you, nobody in our circuit is looking to take away people's guns because of some violation, some free speech issue, for example, or just that they're being weird. There has to be very specific things where we're afraid that they are really going to hurt themselves or somebody else or school or something like that. And law enforcement is concerned about that. And there's no other tool that's going to do the trick. And so we're going to temporarily separate them from their firearms because we've got a demonstration that they are intending to use those with somebody's harm or their own. But the example of why talking about this is important. I saw on the news there was a case downstate where a young person was saying some concerning things about school. And everybody responds, you know, they're very concerned about that. But they responded without kind of assessing that situation. They go in there, the kid doesn't own any guns, but his dad does. And they do a red flag petition and go in and they took all the dad's guns. And the dad's now got this red flag petition and can't own guns for a year. Well, that doesn't seem like that's how we really want to handle it. We did have a situation in Presque County last year where there was that a Presque or Sheboygan? I'm pretty sure it was, yes, it was Presque. It was the Presque one. And there was a young person who had made some trouble. And I was talking to the officer. I said, well, what's the situation at the home? Do you know the thing? Yeah. Solid people? Yeah. Why don't you go talk to them, find out, do they have firearms? How are they stored? Are they safely away from the kid? And does the dad support, you know, you working with the prosecutor to deal with, you know, what's going on with the kids so we can make sure everybody stays safe? Officer called me back. Yep. Guns are safe. Parents are on board. No need for a red flag.
Well,
So-
how old was the kid?
I don't recall that. You know,
Was he like an 8-year-old or an 18-year-old?
no, this would have been like teenage sort of situation, you know, but it wouldn't have been an accident, but no. And I don't know what happened with it. There was no criminal charge that came to me, but you know, maybe the prosecutor knows, but he probably can't tell you that.
Right.
But I'm just using that as an example of here we prevented parents' constitutional rights being interfered with because their teenager was, you know, not being smart. We were able to handle it in a careful way. And we've only been able to do that. And I tell you that because I know in our neck of the woods, I don't think this is a very popular law. But it can be a useful tool when it's treated like a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. And we've been very careful to try to use it as a scalpel and only in conjunction with law enforcement things that it's needed. So I probably talked too much.
If if the rest of the state would do the same thing, handle it that way, it'd be a lot better.
Might not be so controversial.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to mention, it's not in here, I really appreciate the support that this board has shown our courthouse security committee over the last year or two. We did come here and the board was able to approve the metal detector, and we've been able to move forward on several things that have made our county building safer with a single point of entry, with now some weapon screening, with when we're doing a meeting in the evening like this, limiting access to the building to only where people need to be. These are really important things to make sure people are safe when they come into the building. And there are many, many emotional things that happen in the courtrooms and in the treasurer's office and in the property taxes and in the registrar's office and in front of the court. And all of these things happen in this building and tempers can flare. So just making sure that we've got a safe environment for our employees and for the members of the public that are coming here to use it, but that they're not treated in an unfriendly way so that they're welcome in the building, but we're just making sure everybody's safe. So that's just been a long project of mine with that security committee, and the committee over here has come several times. The elected officials of this county, it's been important to them to move forward with that for the last 6-7 years. And this board has done great things with letting us move forward with that. So I just wanted to say that I certainly appreciate that. Any questions you may have about circuit court operations?
The only thing I got is any recovery program that Judge Gilder is working on.
Yes.
We talked about we could use opioid, some of the opioid funds that we got to help that.
Okay, that would be great.
I mean, that's one of the proved uses for it, recovery, so. And we got a substantial amount of money in there too, so.
Then we need to use.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'd like to
Thank
see
you.
it work locally better than.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, their motion to receive and file the judge's report.
Like to make a motion to receive and file the judge's report.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Okay. Elected and appointed salary wages, 2026, 2027. You got these, this wasn't included in the budget.
You just approve the whole budget, but normally they do the elected.
Yeah, we pencil these in they're in the budget.
Yeah.
They're in, they just didn't
But-
mention it during the meeting.
Right. And this needs to be
Approved.
approved and published, or
Approved,
Just
yeah.
approved by motion, simple motion.
this didn't,
Within the budget. though.
it didn't show the undersheriff, which we set to.
It's on there. It's right under register of deeds.
Yeah. So we got them further down, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah, that's how they put them in
He's
last
the
year.
fifth one down.
Yep.
And most of their increases, well, all their increases reflect 3% cost of living like we figured.
Right. Do we need to read these aloud, or are we gonna make a motion to approve as presented?
We can just approve them. As
I'd like to make a
presented.
motion that these wage increases are approved as presented.
Second.
Any discussion now? I don't think we missed any. So we got them all.
You know, there was talk of universal application of the payment in lieu of health insurance.
Yeah, that's not, that wasn't included.
Doesn't need to be in this.
No,
Let's say it's a reimbursement.
at a
decision.
future. We talked about that,
Right,
increasing the payment in lieu of insurance up to what the employees are getting.
right,
Commissioners.
right.
We can do that by motion.
And another day, okay? I'm good.
That's not included in this. Any other discussion? Roll call vote then.
Clifford Tillini,
Yes.
Joe Libby,
Yes.
Robin Hughes,
Yeah.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Robert Cook. Yes. Carried. Next year we'll have it included in the budget. Next on the agenda, medical examiner, Zachary McLennan.
Multi-talented, you're gonna take.
We got somebody that wants to sign here.
Multi-talented.
I do have a guest on Zoom.
Yes.
Just a guest for you.
Can you hear us, Lisa?
Where'd you see her name? Lisa Sprick.
Mike.
Hello?
Is it
Can you
working?
hear us?
Okay.
Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
There we go.
We-
Okay, hold on, let me just get my.
We're just tuning in our audio so we can hear you, Lisa.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Working okay?
Is that working now, Lisa?
I can hear you.
You can hear us just fine.
There we go.
Please hang tight. We're getting it.
Working
okay?
Now it is.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Please hang tight, we're getting it.
No worries.
Okay,
you can hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Fantastic, thank you.
Little lag.
No problem.
Go ahead. We all good?
yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Okay,
well,
thank you.
good to see everyone here. I'll try to be respectful and brief as I can, but it is an important topic. I know the board is all aware that our current medical examiner, Dr. Robert Ramsey, is stepping down effective July 31st. And by statute and by how critical the function is, we do need to get a new medical exam. So that's why I'm here tonight. After looking around and doing some research on the topic, I did come across the Michigan Medical Examiner Group. Lisa Kasperek is a person on Zoom. She is the administrator for the Michigan Medical Examiner Group. I think it'd be really helpful to hear from her about the services they offer, how they offer them. I think she's going to probably echo these statements that this entity is catered to provide medical examiner services to counties in Michigan, and particularly rural counties like ours. They currently, I believe, are under contract with 19 counties. And I guess before I go any further, did everyone receive the informational packet for this topic?
I did. You guys got it.
Yeah, I'm all in there.
Read it in phone.
Spreadsheet, is it all stapled together?
It's stapled together.
Where's the spreadsheet, right?
Well, there was this one here.
That one there, yeah.
Yeah, that was. Keep going.
We're looking at our stuff, Lisa.
Okay.
Stapled here, yeah.
In case you don't have that, Rob. So I'll let the talk about the services that Michigan Medical Examiner Group provides, but just from a prosecution point of view and I would say law enforcement point of view as well. It's hard to understate how important the medical examiner can be. They are absolutely critical to a successful prosecution for certain types of cases. So when there's a death, that death needs to be investigated. And the approximate time of death, the types of injuries sustained, when the injuries occurred, could be before or after the death, whether there was drugs or alcohol involved, so toxicology.
These are all important factors depending on the type of case, and when they are important, they are critical. Those cases are some of the most severe cases. But they don't only serve criminal justice system, they also play a role in public health. And I just want to give a little context that medical examiners, they investigate suspicious or sudden or unexplained deaths. It's helpful for the families when they don't know why someone has passed to maybe have a better understanding, if there's an understanding to be had as to why their loved one is gone. And this data is reported into our public health system, so having responsive and accurate data is very important as well. And all this is on top of the fact that there's a statutory duty for counties to perform the medical examiner functions. So I could go on, but I want to be, I guess, succinct enough here to say it's just a very important job. So what we're seeking to do overall tonight is have the board adopt a proposed resolution that would appoint a new medical examiner. And it would be a provisional approval of contract to engage with services with the Michigan Medical Examiner Group. Subject to further review by civil counsel. I can say that civil counsel Jeremiah Wargo did review the proposed contract between the Michigan Medical Examiner Group and Presque County. I do have an email from him post-review, and he feels that the contract is satisfactory. The one item that he did want to point out was on page 6 of the contract. There appears to be a, it's sort of oddly located. It's on an otherwise blank page. There's a setup fee of $2,500. He just wanted to point out and make sure that that wasn't missed. I do have a copy of this page. If you wanted to pass. This is Jeremiah's response to that, if you want to pass them.
That was $2,500 setup fee is by whom to?
I could have Lisa talk about that. She's gonna be so much better at answering that. I was just about to see kind of my time to her, so.
I don't see the 2,500.
Where's the 25? Is that exhibit A or?
Yes, exhibit A.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I can have Lisa get into that. You'll see from Jeremiah's email. He didn't feel that it was necessarily a concern. He just wanted to make sure it wasn't missed because it's kind of on its own page. I believe it's page 6.
Oh,
Right on the bottom.
Or maybe it's on the bottom.
Setup fee $2,500.
Yeah.
One time.
yes. So
I believe
just a
so.
little, a brief little of what that's for is that when we come into a county brand new, we spend some money purchasing supplies such as body bags, toxicology kits, safety vests, and different types of equipment for the local medical examiner investigators that will reside in your county for your county and at the disposal of your county. We will also come in and train investigators that we vet, initially train them, and there's some setup resources in that as well. None of my staff, I can't get them to work for free yet, but I'm working on it. I make pretty good fresh bread, but so far I can't get them to work for free. So as you can imagine, there's a little bit of setup costs in a county. The reason that we put that in there is because we also have a very lenient exit policy. If you ever decide that you don't like our services, it's really no questions asked, 60 days and out. And we just want to make sure that we don't bring a whole lot of resources to your county and then all of a sudden we've set you all up for success. And then, so it's a little bit of an investment that we have in you. And so we ask for that. So that's the 2,500.
And unless there's some further questions about that, it's totally fine, but I did want to give Lisa the chance to kind of highlight the benefits of her organization. And just real quick before she goes, I have spoken to law enforcement about this, including our sheriff. And I think that they are really excited by this opportunity. But with that, I would give Lisa the floor.
Sure. Thank you so much, Zach. So our company has been in rural Michigan for 30 years now. It's hard to believe. Dr. Wagner and I have been together from the onset of just having one county and 3 counties. And then through word of mouth, we've just kind of taken our idea of a system that rural counties don't need to receive a substandard system just because they're smaller. So we go to national conferences, we maintain national education, we make sure that we are abiding by the National Institute of Justice's recommended ways to investigate a death. We train, and we want to make sure that rural Michigan gets the same high-level investigation as every place else in the country. Because when it's your loved one that dies unexpectedly, when you have an unexpected death in your family, every single life matters. It doesn't matter how big or small of a community you're from. We want to make sure that that is proper closure given to the family members. And if it is something that was done by the hand of another, we want to make sure that the prosecutor and law enforcement have what they need and can trust our chain of custody. And so that there's nothing that we do that prevents justice from being served. But, you know, a lot of our deaths are natural. And as you can imagine, when that happens, we make sure that that high level of investigation is done so that the families can have closure. We run a full staff. So our funeral homes have a liaison within our community. The investigators have a liaison. They will live in your community. We will seek them out, vet them, train them, and they will be responding to the citizens of your community, all with a senior chief investigator that will be from our side looking things over. And then we have Dr. Paul Wagner, who will be your chief medical examiner that will sign off on all of the unexpected deaths that happen within your community. And that really is the system that we have built over the past 30 years. We have been serving your neighbors for a while, as you can see by the map. And we're very thankful that they give us a good recommendation. And I believe that they really like our services. So no better way than to say that we have been your neighbors for a while, and it would be an honor to serve the citizens of Presque. I'd like to answer any questions, though.
But the person that's on scene, the investigator, is that a doctor in the county?
No, the investigators are trained to be medical examiner investigators. They are really boots on the ground. So they work under the authority of the doctor who is on the phone with them, or the senior investigators on the phone with them. So we train them. And this is the structure that happens all across the United States. It is very rare for a actual physician anymore to go out to these death scenes. There are just so many, and there's not enough physicians to go around, and nor do we pay them enough. So we have medical examiner investigators go out, and they do a proper scene investigation. Then they report back before anything with the scene has been released. And they get permission then to go ahead and release the body, or the body will go for an autopsy or some sort of postmortem examination.
And when it gets to that point, where's the doctor who does that? The autopsy, the body's shipped
Yes.
on the roof.
Yes, so we have 4 different locations that we have privileges with, and it's likely somebody that you're already using for autopsy right now. Most of the forensic pathologists reside Lansing and South. So forensic pathology is not common in Northern Michigan and not even in the UP. So we will, in the same regard that you have autopsies done right now, be doing autopsies the same. And those 4 locations start at Lansing and then go Port Huron, Grand Rapids, and Kalamazoo, Big Rapids. We also have placed a CT scanner in Grayling. So our company got a grant for it. We decided that Grayling was a perfect general location. And so in a lot of regards, we can just scoot them over to Grayling and then scoot them back if that is what the needs are of that particular case. We also do a lot of point of care testing. So we will do toxicology right from the scene. And we'll be able to get what we need when that particular case only warrants a toxicology.
So you'll train somebody that lives here. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And
Yes, it's very common for EMS or law enforcement to moonlight in this type of field. So that's what we call it, is moonlighting. So we get a little bit of a shift thing going on, and they'll respond. And but we train them up. We do regular trainings. We focus a lot on training. And so
Paramedic or something, then it might get local paramedic or something.
yes, exactly. Yes.
And I was just gonna note, in case it's not known, that even under Dr. Ramsey, I typically would have an investigator at the scene rather than himself. So just in case that wasn't known, I think it is common.
Yes, it is.
And what do we have budgeted for this office?
And what do we have, medical examiners, even item?
You didn't have like.
Figured you can't highlight it, but.
No. I was thinking that these were.
We just finished
these are all
budgets.
funds.
That's why it's coming fresh to mind.
I'm
And
sure.
I think this is a great way to set this up and have success in multiple points. So. But
So your company.
don't blow your budget before we get there.
Your company carries $1 million liability one. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes. Yep. Dr. Wagner carries 2 million. So yes, we have a full staff. You get a lot of good quality out of our office. We have staff for just about everything now. It's amazing how large our team has become, but that allows us to bring a high level of expertise to the county, and then train the people that live within your county.
Something stands in my mind, like it was like 20 something, 23. 24.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
So this would be like a retainer charge.
Basic.
Basically a contract, provide all the services in one month.
Right. We provide the management services, and then we will subcontract out the other items, like your investigators, like the forensic pathology. Even though we have jurisdiction over 19 counties, we do not have a forensic pathologist on staff. They're very difficult to get, and you almost have to have a county that's near 1 million people, or at least serves that many. So
I think we add all the line items up, it's around 20,000.
Yeah,
15,000,
they're still on page 8 and 9 of your budget.
16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, there's like $25,000.
So, looking at Exhibit A, payment and schedule is 13,000 annually, billed quarterly, with a built-in 4% increase annually. And so, in case-related death costs of $18,833, that's estimated annually based upon our history. And how did we come up with that number?
Population, maybe?
well, it is based on population, also that you don't have a lot of crazy things going on, like a whole bunch of homicides every week. So, and also our ability for serving for 30 years, we do budgets for the counties annually, and so we will help you with that. But we have other counties that are your exact same population and have had actually for the full 30 years. And we've been able to, for lack of a better term, predict the number of deaths in your county. It was a little different over COVID, I must say, but shy of COVID, which we've already said we're not going to talk about, we have an ability to predict the number of deaths that are likely to occur within your county.
Yeah.
That, and 18,000 covers the cost of inspect the examiner.
Yes, it covers the medical examiner investigators. So the first line is just for our management staff, and it's just our our ability to manage you. We know how many cremation permits we're gonna have to review and sign. And we know we have to pay the doctor to put his name on the line and to buy that fancy $2 million policy. And then besides paying the doctor and paying our office staff to answer the phones when your family calls and all of the records requests, that additional separate pot of money is case related. So if you have 0 cases in the year, then that extra 18,000 then doesn't get spent. If you get a mass fatality, that would of course be something separate. And so that would be, you know, something that we would have to navigate at that point, but then there's also state funding that helps cover that. So I did include, Zach, you may have included that for them, a sample of Alcona County's budget. And so I didn't just want to tell you that I know what we're going to spend. I wanted to show you. And so we've had Alcona for a couple of years, and I thought that I would show you what their budget is, since their population is the most similar to what your county is, and just down the road. So
Yes.
I knew Tom Michael. So.
what's
So-
that?
I knew Tom Michael from Alcona County.
Oh,
Yeah, the question I then have is going through the
Mhm.
payment schedule in Exhibit A.
Mhm.
Do we have a cremation permit fee in place now?
No, these are fees that are probably gonna be imposed.
Right. And $50 is typical?
yes, $50 is actually pretty low, and it's been that way the whole entire 30 years I've been doing this. The state, so if anybody knows how like Medicaid reimburses for things, the doctors ask for $1,000 for something and the state says, nah, we're only reimbursing you 500, right? Well, in this regard, the state will reimburse up to $75 for a cremation permit when it's an unclaimed or an unclaimed body, you know, the state will pay, or for, you know, in those circumstances. But yet every county only charges an average of about $65. So 50 is actually low, so we don't feel like that's too big of an imposition. But of course, it's up to you what rates that you set.
So
But
we,
that is normal.
we have to set these rates, it's not in your policy, and then that money's paid to the county, right?
Correct. Yes.
So as part of this, if we elect a contract through, I'm sorry,
Michigan Medical.
Mid-Michigan
your-
Medical Examiner Group LLC. And
Yes.
then we'd have to set the rate for, those would be the 2 acts we would need to act upon
The
to
permitting-
get this in motion
The permitting,
and authorize the chairman to sign the contract.
the permitting part of it. yeah.
That is correct.
Okay.
After. It's a contract, enter into the contract.
And this might get blown out of the water. We get a couple of, look at Alpena a couple of years ago. And you don't know that until it happens. So,
That's right. But most of the time, you know, I have a 30-year track record. I can show you most of the time, you know, we leave money on the table and that goes back into your general fund.
Okay.
We don't get any extra benefit from ordering more postmortem exams because we don't have a forensic pathologist that goes to. So
Right.
we are simply ordering based on medical necessity. And so if we don't spend it, it stays right back to your general fund. And the majority of my counties have that back to the general fund. But I won't tell you that it's not riskier with a small county, because of course it is. If I have a county that orders, you know, 150 autopsies a year, if I order 151, you know, that's a very small little ding in what we assumed. However, when I plan on a county ordering only 3 autopsies a year and they order 4, as you can imagine, that's 25% higher, just for the autopsy though, not for the management fee, nothing else. So,
yep.
Is there state statutes that regulate the amount you can charge for permits?
Not that I am aware of.
no,
State statutes.
Like I said, the state reimburses up to $75. So that is what the state has said is normal and customary that they will, reimburse too. So you could approve 75 if you wanted. And there are some counties in the state that actually charge 100, but that's not any of my counties.
I'm good. $50.
Anybody else have any questions?
No.
This provides a long-term solution that we did not have in play
That is
Before this discussion.
That is correct, and I know I said it already, but I just like to reiterate that I have talked to law enforcement. Roger City Police Department, Presque Sheriff's Department, Michigan State Police, Delphina Post. About the situation and their leadership is very excited about this group, so I just wanted to reiterate that one more time.
I would imagine large and populous counties have a full-time medical. Doctor on staff doing,
Yes. Yeah.
and probably almost all the rural counties are using the same thing.
A lot of times they have their own building or they got a building, yeah. So smaller counties do have quite a different.
And I like it because it's specific to us and they're just dealing with us and we don't have to worry about other counties sharing anything. I don't have any other questions. She covered everything. Does any other board members have questions for her? No. Guess we don't have any more.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
And so with that, we do have a proposed resolution for your review.
Where is it?
On the top page.
Oh, here we go. This your copy, Jim, or copy? You got yours?
I have, the original with you, so
Got your original.
that's the same. I just, have on the don't have staples in it.
I would make a motion to adopt this resolution and enter into a contract with Mid-Michigan Medical Examiner Group LLC.
Second.
And authorize the chairman to sign.
And authorize the chairman to sign. You just keep a note of the rest.
Oh, they're right.
Yep. Please. That's my motion. We have support. Any more discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I'm looking at the Dr. Paul A. Wagner would be the licensed physician licensed to practice medicine. I would be appointing for Presque County. My question is, where is he from? Where is his practice being conducted? His name is Dr. Paul A. Wagner.
Cadillac. That's what I saw, Cadillac.
Where was Dr. Ramsey when he was our medical examiner? Was he at Presque County?
No, it was in Sheboygan.
He was Sheboygan. Zach, do you know Dr. Wagner?
I
Where you
know, he is not from Presque County. I don't know actually where he practices out of. So he would be the doctor that the medical examiner investigators would be working under his authority.
Okay.
So kind of like how Dr. Ramsey was our medical examiner, but wouldn't be at the scene necessarily. We would have an investigator there. Paul Wagner would be in that position.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Kind of like the paramedics nurse with the doctors at the ER.
Correct.
Absolutely. But he will be the one signing the death certificates, that was what the DL there. It's a pretty good solution, actually, 'cause I don't know where you're gonna find a doctor to do it. I was thinking about that when.
2141 Platte Road in Cadillac, Michigan.
Cadillac, thank you.
It's hard to find a doctor just to go to.
Yeah,
Alive.
and we have the motion and support on this resolution to adopt, and enter into this contract by resolution. Any more discussion?
Joe Libby,
Yes.
Robin Hughes.
Yes.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Clifford Tellini.
Yes,
Robert Crook.
Yes.
declare that resolution adopted and
Thank you.
contract and sign it. Zach, thanks for doing all that labor. He talked to me a couple days ago about the whole thing.
I left my car out and that,
Got your car running?
no.
She needs to
I
be.
left my phone out in the car, but I have a call coming in at 8:15. I absolutely have to take, I'll explain it
You
later,
can go get it. It's fine.
so.
Goodbye,
All
Rob.
right, bye-bye. Guys, don't even- There's your pen, thank you.
can get it.
Okay. I have to finish the report.
Okay,
What's parking there?
that is passed. Item number 4, a fee assessed for postage. I don't think she's here.
Who?
No.
Register of Deeds.
Yeah, register of deeds is here.
Oh, there she is. I can see her.
Behind the podium.
From this kind of last minute.
You want to speak to this?
Well, I did approach the board, to try to get a feel of how they feel about, charging postage. And I'll just, speak to my department only. The public brings documents into the office to get recorded. And we give them the option of picking it up the next day or mailing it back to them. So the county absorbs the cost of anything mailed out. Over the past 5 years, we've decreased our postage budget from about 800 down to less than 300. Because we have requested self-addressed stamped envelopes when people are sending things in. Our regulars know that they need to do that. We provide folders for them to pick up documents, if the local title agencies and the banks. And they're not aware postage will increase again on the 12th to 82 cents a stamp. So it's basically $1 every time we send out a letter. I don't know what other departments spend on postage and what their thoughts are, but my attitude is if an attorney is submitting paperwork to get recorded, we're obligated to record it. But getting that document back to the person is more cost of their doing business, in my opinion, and the county is absorbing that cost.
Do you charge them for the document itself? And then you want to add the cost for postage, or they don't get it back for anything?
They're charged for recording the document, $30, and then there's a breakdown of that fee. Basically, $21 of that goes to the general fund, which is used for salaries within the county budget.
That $30 has been there for a long time at $30.
Since 2018,
8 years.
is when they switched to the flat rate. And there's been talk about increasing it, but it would be at a statewide level. It's not something we can decide as a county. So I just approached the finance committee about it. I don't believe any decision was made. I don't know how the rest of the board feels about charging postage.
My question was, in finance was, you have to almost do it for every department.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just be one, you know, you have to come up with some kind of policy that every department must charge for postage for return mail, you know.
Then you have to find out how to charge it.
How to charge it.
Well, I would think you'd have to have another line to charge it, right?
Well, it would go
Like
to
in-
the general fund.
Yeah, like in
We
our
would-
system, we have codes, but we don't have a code for postage.
When we receive it in, we could have another line for that, so that
Yeah.
it would show up on the reports showing.
On the revenue
going
side.
To the general fund.
I don't have a problem with,
In my mind,
everywhere else I go, they charge me postage to mail stuff.
Well,
and
obvious-
handling.
Obviously, the court has to generate certain information to get out to the public. But it, like you had mentioned, Jerry, when attorneys are requesting
Yeah.
copies to get mailed to them.
Yeah, certain things we have to send out, but there's other things that they request. And they usually would pay for it, and if they don't, then we end up paying for it.
The stuff that you have to send out, the court,
If
it
a-
comes out of the court.
If an attorney says, I want copies of this mailed back to me, they're supposed to send a self-addressed stamped envelope. But if they don't, then we cover the
They
cost.
usually do though.
It's like 50-50, depending on which attorney it is.
That's not a big,
The cost to take a document, put it in an envelope, put postage on it, get it addressed properly, that's not $1. That's not a
Between
dollar.
$1 and $20, depending on how much paper
Right,
they have.
Right.
She's talking her office is probably a sheet of paper. Or your
It
deed.
varies.
Yeah,
could be 4 or 5 sheets.
some would be different depending on department.
Then again, you could be mailing out a copy of an abstract too.
Yeah. So you probably just ask.
You don't have them?
So I think it ought to, if we're going to do this, there ought to be a fee that just doesn't cover the postage. Because there's envelopes, there's prep, there's
Yeah.
other work that's not typical if they're just going to pick up a copy.
Well, in comparison, we do have a $5 email fee that we've been charging for some time. That provides the recipient with a digital copy to do whatever they want with it.
Right.
And they can make multiple copies.
Well, that's where I go with that, then it should be a $5 fee and just include it
Keep it
for
the
mail
same.
copies too.
Yeah,
You know, so.
that makes sense to you? Wait,
I'm just putting it out, here,
Yeah.
something to think about, you know, what.
But it would have to be through every department.
cover some overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Not asking anything to be passed tonight. We've got put on the agenda because we had discussion and that's kind of where we left it.
Okay.
Thank you. We can speak to that in another meeting then.
Put it in old business, unfinished
Yeah.
business, future.
If you do, you can have department heads from each department.
Mhm.
With a-
Mhm.
Each department come up with,
What their fees will be.
yeah.
Yeah.
And come up with an average.
Mhm.
Next on the agenda is separate tax limitation renewal.
And you skipped
Number
housing.
5, Mr. Chairman, number 5.
Housing committee.
Oh, I'm sorry, housing committee. What is that all about?
That's what we talked about in that same meeting. Michelle LeBar brought it up, that she wanted to have the housing committee.
Oh, she wanted a committee, we don't know.
Yeah, because they have so much money that
To
came
keep that
in.
money in here.
Yeah, otherwise all that money goes back to the state.
$100,000 years.
So I volunteered to
You need 2 members.
Volunteered,
take it.
and unfortunately, the chairman has to be involved in it.
Well,
No,
she said most of them have the chairman and one other.
Need a motion to appoint people to the housing, or appoint people to the housing commission, develop a housing commission,
The committee, yeah.
committee, excuse me. So she doesn't have to give away the $100,000 back to the state.
Yeah, they can use that for a revolving loan fund. They can use it for. different things.
Anybody with,
Comparison.
Well, she talked about, emergency
yeah, rough.
roof repair and.
yeah, anything but electrical. Pretty much.
You mentioned she, who are we talking about?
Michelle LeBar,
She had,
Okay,
she runs the housing commission.
and they're requesting a committee be formed consisting of how many people?
two commissioners.
2 people
We used to have one.
in this comment?
Yes.
Okay,
And Mike Darga, I believe, headed it up. I called him tonight.
Who else was on it?
I didn't ask.
And one time I was on there years and years and years ago.
She said it was normally the commissioner and Mike Darga, because he was always.
Yeah.
Mike Darga was a commissioner.
Well, I mean, the commission.
You mean the chairman?
The chair and
Oh.
Mike Darga.
Well,
So moved.
what do you
who we
move?
want, Joe?
Yeah,
Appointing the chairman. Appointing chairman, Tolini and representative or commissioner Crook, to be the committee, the housing committee for Presque County.
Second.
More things to do.
Yeah,
Normally, this committee would consist of, what, 2 people then?
they won't meet very often.
No,
Who would be who would constitute the committee? Michelle, Rob?
these two.
I think there'd be people from.
Myself and Rob, 2 commissioners.
Okay, I just have no idea. Clarify.
I'll take care of everything and then just have him sign it.
And then we'll have probably Michelle LeBar.
That's,
Mhm.
yeah, I already recruited her to help me. Yeah.
So.
Any more questions? I don't know why they disbanded it. Well, it changed hands, that's why.
Mhm.
We had a support for that.
Now we had support. Crook.
Roll calls, what we doing?
Robert Crook,
Yes.
Clifford Tellini,
Yes.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
Yes.
And that one's excused.
Motion was carried. We have a committee.
Yay.
Okay. Number 6, separate tax limitation renewal prop resolution. It didn't get on the ballot for August. Council's looked over the resolution here. You have in your packet, first one, this is for the 7 mil levy for the tax for the county tax limitation.
Mm-hmm.
5.75 for the county, the township's 1% administration fees. Intermediate schools 0.26 for a total of 7 mils. And it would generate, capture an estimated 27,000. I figure wrong.
These are figures that weren't changed.
27,718.02. This is to get it on the November ballot. We voted on this April 9th,
We did.
and the clerk. The clerk that was handling it did not execute it. So now it's gonna go to the November ballot. This is imperative that the county get this on the ballot.
Mr. Chairman, the language on these ballot proposals are certified by the clerk.
They will be certified by the clerk if you vote and approve it. They were run in front of council and council. In fact, Jeremiah made any changes to them.
Yeah, that one.
He made changes to the second resolution, but this resolution is basically the same, except the numbers are different. So
The resolution would be 18 and 19.
18 and 19,
Yeah,
you got the original,
yeah, I have them in here.
2026-18.
Yeah.
The next one is 2026.
That's for the recycling.
Yeah, that's the second one, for recycling. This is the tax limitation.
Make a motion, we approve resolution 2026-18. Ballot proposition for separate tax limitations.
Motion to adopt that.
Correct. I'm sorry.
Is there support? I'll support it. Any discussion? Then that would be a roll call vote.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Robert Crook.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
Yes.
Clifford Tellini.
Yes. Sign it. Darren will sign it.
Yep.
Thankfully, we got it on the ballot. Okay, the next resolution, that was same story. We voted on this, we passed this resolution on April 9th, and it got dropped. So it's gonna be on the November ballot. This is the recycling program. Service millage. Resolution.
20
Will generate approximately $203,599 in revenue the first year. And this is for how many years?
4 years, I remember.
From 2026 through 2029. Inclusive.
Yep, 4 years. Make a motion, we adopt resolution 2026-19. Recycling millage, including for 4 years.
Second. Motion to adopt, then a second. Any discussion? Roll call vote then, please.
Clifford Tellini.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
Yes.
Robert Crook.
Yes.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
There's a resolution adopted. Very good. Caught it in time. County clerk, number 8, letter to the Bureau of Elections. It's in front of you. I don't know if you guys read it.
Mm-hmm.
Clerk was in discussion with, the Bureau of Elections. And they want it in writing from the county clerk about Mrs. Darden, Ms. Darden. Being a volunteer election assistant to Darren Darden.
This would allow her access to the training for election.
Make a motion to make Mrs. Darga an assistant to elections,
I support that.
Motion to sign this. And to sign this.
to sign it.
Any discussion?
Yeah, will this give her access to voting machines, voting equipment, ballots, vote counts?
No, so that's still all gonna be done, but well, I guess I can't say for sure, because I don't know what happens on election night. Normally, the clerk doesn't do anything with it. I do it all. But it would be getting the ballots to the precincts. They already have the equipment. We don't have the equipment. They do the testing themselves, so would have nothing to do with the equipment.
I don't know how she would be able to have the access because she's just an aide to him.
I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
I mean,
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, he's just not able to do it, so he is always there with her.
What I do know is that election source told them that you could develop a separate email just for her,
Yeah, she can use a personal
a
email.
personal.
Well, I mean, a personal made up, so she
Personal
made
made of
she
it,
made
where it isn't tied to the county.
Yeah,
This is what I was told.
but there's no access to anything else, no court files, no payroll. It's only the election software.
Strictly for election.
Yeah, there's nothing else in the office that she would have access to. Just the election software.
I would imagine that the election bureau in Lansing, I knew they were gonna ask for something
mm-hmm.
where it's just not gonna let the clerk do what they want. So we have a motion.
Motion and
Yeah.
support.
Motion and support.
Any more discussion? Guess we'll roll call vote those two.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Robert Crook.
Yes,
Clifford Tellini.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
no,
I got
got
one in
one.
here, yeah.
Carried. Fix airport salary pay. Here we go. Remember we have, when she does the sales tax, the payroll clerk. We approved $750. For one-time pay to do that
right,
tax. Looking back through the budget, apparently last
It's in
year,
here
we
on
budgeted,
page 3.
we budgeted $1,000. And I think we were taking it out of the airport manager's salary last year because he refused to do it.
right.
So I guess we're looking to do is instead of $750, give her the $1,000.
And budget for separately.
And she's keeping on top of it. And
Yeah.
we're not gonna be in trouble with the IRS again, like we
Right.
were. Well, when Anne Marie left and we had that $100,000 of sales tax
Yep.
issue. So, entertain a motion to increase that from $750 to $1,000 for Kim.
And you're making that motion, Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
I
I'll
support that.
Any more discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Yeah, Clifford Tellini.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
Yes,
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Robert Crook.
yes,
Carried. Number 10, clerk office employee. Move up to 1-year scale. Who's this?
That's Carrie. That's the one I told you about that was promised.
Right,
Who
who,
promised her?
on hiring. The one that's not here anymore.
What's up? That was not here. Here it is.
she's,
She's only been,
She's been here over 90 days. She's passed her,
she's been here over 90 days, a little bit of that. But
yeah.
this, isn't it 180 days? Before your benefits start?
Before your benefits start.
I was told this, but didn't you tell me this? In the policy? The union contract,
Yeah, I guess I have to double check. I thought the probationary period was 90 days.
probationary period.
90 days, yeah. I think
180
that's when your
180.
benefits kick in. You're not eligible for retirement till after 1 year.
But I think the probationary period is 180 days in the policy. Anyways, she was
Union-
promised to this and
We didn't promise her that.
I didn't promise.
No,
her.
there was nobody here that promised
This
her
was the
that.
person that hired her.
In the interview.
Deputy clerks.
Yeah. Only reason I brought it up.
That's the only reason it's on here and
Can we review the policy and put this on the agenda for next meeting? Because we've gotten
we
ourselves.
could always do.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We could always review.
Maybe
the
look at it
policy already,
closer.
or we could let it die.
Let's put it on unfinished business next meeting, review
Okay.
the policy and get back.
You guys can review it. I already read it. It's 180 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's
Okay.
got, what, 90?
Yeah, I think she's just over 90.
She's got 90.
I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure. We'll table it.
Okay.
Alright, that'll be two. And what? Oh, assistant.
That's the
Administrative
name you
assistant.
came up with.
Jerry's been doing a lot of extra work.
Yeah, so
And
you,
we were talking about a stipend to
Yes.
pay him,
Yes.
and we were trying to, because you can't.
Change-
Like we do with 911.
Like we do with airport secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And we could, it'd be like a one-time thing,
Mm-hmm.
but you'd have to come up with an amount. What, how long was he in? And he had, the reason it came up with that name, you guys did, was because that's basically what he's been doing.
Yes.
Administrative assistant.
A lot.
Chairman.
I know.
Way too much more time in the clerk's office, way too much time in this building, actually.
yeah, the judge don't care for that. How much time away from my court stuff?
We keep him busy.
As long as you don't fall behind,
Yeah.
or we could table it and
Mr. Chairman, are we on item 11?
Yes.
Administrative assistant to the chairman. Which chairman? You're the chairman we're talking about?
it's just a label.
Yeah, we had to give it a name.
And an administrative assistant. When you describe what you have in mind for that?
The guy that's been doing it all
So
along.
Gerald or whoever will continue to be your assistant.
It's just, no, it's, he's
So
the
are we
assistant,
talking about just a title?
a stipend.
No, we're talking about money.
Okay, that, I didn't hear what the heck was going on.
Yeah, that's all.
I understand, don't, Coach, don't get mad at,
If you ask me to vote on something, I don't know what to vote now.
yeah. Or we could, or the personnel committee could come up with something too, if they want, so choose.
Yeah, you want personnel to look at it, Joe?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll table this.
And then
Will
personnel,
personnel take it up then and
Hmm?
come back with a recommendation?
so it'll be Friday at the end of the month.
Friday at the end of the month.
Okay.
We can meet in the meantime if there's other things that come up, and I think there might be.
If there's something that comes up and you call them an early meeting, then we'll do this on the
We
agenda,
will.
because I've been talking with him about this for a while.
Put it on the agenda, please.
No, I got it on the agenda for next month. Yeah, for Friday at the end of.
Well, the personnel.
Unless something-
come back and make
Table it.
a rec-
Unless we have to have one sooner.
Come back with a
Yeah.
personnel talk, discuss it, come back with a recommendation.
have
and-
to.
And a value and an amount of money.
We might have a
Yep, we'll do.
special call meeting.
I took with them multiple times. I don't care.
But if he
do.
continues to keep doing it.
I know,
it might
I'm
not
just
be
saying.
just-
And what's this stuff that won't quit?
It might be a permanent stipend as long as he does it, but it won't be attached to his job. I mean, if he leaves, then.
We have to start over.
it'll go
Yep,
away.
all good.
Let's table that. Number 12. Wages adjust.
How did this happen?
This is another, these are people that are his salary, people that don't, this is a person that don't work here. Anymore and was in charge of payroll. And can you explain how that happened?
Yeah, there was a weird formula or something.
Honestly, I don't know how it happened. I wasn't involved with it. I just know that there was a. Yeah, some
I
in
asked
payroll
Kevin
and this amount.
Payroll to go through everybody's salary for 24, 25. The raises that we gave last year.
Right.
Divide the pay periods out and see how much money, go through every pay period and see how much money they were supposed to get. And she went through all the
Salary.
department heads, salary people, and this is
Appointed.
what she came up with. And it looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost $10,000. They were underpaid.
Mhm.
It still didn't tell me how it happened.
Well, we could table this too, and I mean,
Oh, we're gonna have to
Well,
pay it.
Yeah, I think
yeah, if you owe it.
when I was talking to a few of these people, I don't know if this even has to be a motion to pay it. Cause they're already approved the amount.
We already approved.
Yeah,
It's just, you're proving how this was messed up.
yeah,
Salary
but
people
they're
are-
gonna get the money.
Salary people
Because
are-
they're already owed it. I'm sorry.
Salary people are paid 26 times a year.
Yeah.
So you take the salary that's been approved,
Mhm.
divide it by 26.
Yeah, that sounds simple.
Sounds simple, but this payroll,
But I was
payroll program.
told that Emery had some special formula
Yes.
that she had to put in,
That's what I understand.
and then that wasn't done. I don't know what the special formula is. You would think you just put in 26 times, but
That's not how the
that
payroll.
apparently that's not how it works with
And,
this.
and we discussed about getting a different payroll.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah,
yeah, it doesn't make
you
any
would
sense.
think at the very first paycheck you get in the new pay period, which is gonna happen now, because we've entered the new budget year and instituted these raises,
Mhm.
that
You would
they look at their
have to-
gross pay and go times 26. And
Well, like Joe said, he never looks at his check
Well,
stubs.
But, and then there has been some people that said, and I believe it was the treasurer, I can't figure out why I got less money this week than I got the week before.
Yeah, I think it might even been, Vicky mentioned something too. And this was back the 24-25 period.
But
So,
we do owe this money to them.
yeah, then pay it. I mean, it's. The budget was approved, the pay was approved, and
We really probably don't even need a motion.
what we really need to do is accrue this back to the 25, 26 budget, which is too late.
I'm thinking now that we got a different payroll clerk here that we haven't incurred a problem.
we haven't had an issue since she's been doing it.
Okay.
And she fixed all the issues that we had.
Yes,
And I can talk to her about putting it on, last year's budget. We do that in accounts payable, so maybe she could do it. People,
accrue it backwards.
Yeah, I'll see if she can.
That, cause that's when it was budgeted for.
Mhm.
That is it for new business. Committee reports, we already did the finance, public health and safety.
We do this normally the last meeting of the month, Mr. Chairman. We haven't met with these folks this month yet.
What do I have this for?
I don't know why it's always on here. Oh, that's just information from
Okay.
District North. What's going on with District 4.
In the audit?
Courthouse and grounds. The meeting, personnel, you never had anything,
Nope, no courthouse and grounds yet.
special appointment committees.
I have nothing.
Rob, yeah, everyone? No. Cause I wasn't here for the last personnel.
Right.
I can give you a short one on first road commission meeting. Find it. They paid bills in the amount of $303,677 that week. He met with manager Superintendent Dave Walsky met with Bob Brown from Rainy Lake Association discussing 634 going south 4,000 feet to the lake. Part of Rainy Lake that the township never paved. And I guess the people, they want to talk about permasign in it. And the people on the lake are raising money to do it. Because apparently Case Township won't be involved anymore. I don't know why. I don't understand why. Always were when I was the supervisor there. But, Bluffs High residents are asking for asphalt overlay on the existing area of Bluffs Highway and Silver Beach. He's putting an estimate together for them. Out in Behringer. Dust control is 90% finished. In the whole county. And Parmesan Karsten Road, the first mile was done 3 days ago. I think they're finished with it now. That's a big difference now too.
I think they did Gibbons too. That short little stretch there.
Really? I didn't notice that. Schubert Highway put together an estimate for crush and shape of Schubert Highway and proposed it to the township there.
When are they gonna complete the patches? Like 451 by the TNT?
I don't know. I have to look up the work plans.
Yeah, one of my thoughts is they're probably, because that's what I do, I'm probably waiting until they have a larger project and kind of incorporate those little patches.
Well, you're talking about just the patch there.
Yeah, where the road cuts. Where they lost the culverts there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig-
Between
dig it up.
Highfall on
Those are
450.
gonna be patched this summer.
Oh, I know, but I mean, they got
Probably.
M68 all done, but they missed a 15-foot patch there.
I could bring that up at the next meeting.
Yeah, because I
Get it.
think there's another one off of Clee. Yeah,
Not my neighborhood.
yeah, but
I could
I
ask.
imagine they're just gonna build it in when they've already got a paver here to do it, you know?
Wait,
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Cadillac Ferndale finally removed everything off the right of way too, so.
Good. Yeah.
That was a long time coming. Presque Township asked for an estimate for an overlay on Whiskey Point, White Birch and Maple. This work, you guys, that township has a millage, don't they? Road millage?
I don't know.
I was told they got $500,000 in
Probably.
their road budget.
Probably.
And he's making these people, the residents are matching the money. You might want to flip that up with go to your township meeting and ask them what's going on. You had sitting on $500,000 and the residents are matching them. And then there was a public hearing on the Lost Lake. And 30 people showed up. A lot of discussion. Everybody understands that the road commission has not issued him any permits or hasn't given him a go ahead. They're still waiting on his plans.
Yeah.
They think it's a go, and he's gone out and done all this road work, and he's sticking his neck out actually,
Engineering.
you know.
It's gonna be all
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but they actually Allenberg showed up too. So
Should have been a word.
that's all, yeah, that's been a long way coming too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only meeting I had to report on. Next. Commissioner comments?
Yeah, the Malky Ridge Wind Farm. I've got a lot of questions about that. What do we anticipate, Mr. Chairman, going forward, in as much as the law firm representing the Ridge Farm people has given us to July 31st to kind of get moving on this project. So I'd like to know what timeline is in place, how we're gonna deal with what's expected of us.
Well, we're gonna meet on the 14th,
PC? When you say we're gonna meet, who's we?
the committee,
Planning Commission?
no, the county, the committee,
Okay,
myself, the vice chair, and the zoning administrator. We're gonna meet with the developers. And we're going to.
And legal counsel.
And legal counsel. And
Okay, that's step
discuss,
one.
and discuss conditions. That's all I'm gonna say at this point,
Okay,
because it's privilege.
when will the planning commission step into this?
That would be after, we discussed the conditions with the
Okay.
planners and then.
And then after the planning commission, is so likely we're gonna have a public hearing on this?
The planning commission will.
They have that, but we're invited to that, aren't we?
It's a public hearing.
To sit in on that. You anticipate that happening when?
Don't know. It all depends. What we come up with when we sit down and talk with them.
Okay,
That's why there's a pause on everything.
Yeah, in meeting with and our discussion, if I may, and our discussion with the developers on the 14th will determine the next steps. And the planning commission has a scheduled meeting on the 16th, which is Thursday.
Which on that schedule, we're reviewing, the agenda is reviewing Alice Township's proposed amendments.
Yep.
That we have to sign off on.
So, yes, there are things happening.
okay.
And then it'll be up to the developers if they want to proceed and schedule a public hearing. We all come to an agreement, I guess.
When all is said and done, will it ultimately come to the board of commissioners to give their approval?
No, it's gonna go to
Planning
planning commission.
Planning commission up or down?
Yep.
Is it my understanding that the attorneys for the Mulkey Ridge Farm indicated that they're willing to go to the state if the county gives them too much grief about this?
They're free to
project?
go to the state anytime.
Right, but they prefer to work with the
Act
county.
233, they don't even have to come to the county. They can go right to the state if they want.
But they're coming to the county. And Mr.
Mhm.
Chapa, last time you mentioned like $750,000 at stake here.
That's right.
If we deal with it properly.
That's about 10% of your budget.
But at this point right now, Eagle doesn't even have, legislator hasn't even funded that money yet to Eagle.
Okay,
So that's just the kind of a pie in the sky right now.
Budget's been,
No, it's not legislative. They haven't budgeted money to
engage.
Eagle for that
Don't
awards program, Mr. Chapa. And that's a fact.
Okay, so yes, things are happening.
okay, thank
That's
you,
it.
We'll give a better report at the end of the month.
thank you.
We've been on this, so.
I also heard, Mr. Chairman, I think Sheboygan's taken an aggressive stance on pausing data centers. They take a tremendous amount of water and electricity, they make noise, and people just don't want them in their area. And I think, I think you mentioned that once, we should consider pausing or a moratorium.
A moratorium, Garfield Township and Trinity City just passed a moratorium.
It's presented, it hasn't passed.
Oh, it hasn't passed yet?
Yeah, that was this morning.
There's a plethora of counties and townships in the state that have already passed moratoriums on data centers, but when we address when the planning commission amends the zoning ordinance and goes through it, they'll address data centers too.
Thank you.
The one we're gonna approve, the planning commission's got to sign off on Alice Townships. They've already included data centers in their ordinance, so. But it is a problem. And it's not addressed anywhere, so. Any other commissioner comment?
No, sir.
Other government officials? She took out.
Hmm.
You have anything to say?
Busy.
You're too busy?
Hmm.
He's real busy.
Keep it up.
Correspondence, do we have any?
Not this week.
Well, then, motion for payroll.
I'd like to make a
People want
motion
to-
for payroll.
I will support it.
That's what he's pointing at.
Your discussion, roll call vote.
Thanks for waking me up.
Joe Libby.
Yes.
Robert Crook.
Yes.
Robert Britsky.
Yes.
Clifford Tolini.
Yes.
That's why you need a box, so I can hear you in the back row.
It's hard to do.
Motion to adjourn.
First of all, I want to thank the judge for his patience, sitting here almost
Okay.
2 hours. 2 hours.
Aye.
Yeah.
All right,
I
hold
got-
on, let me turn-
I gotta go to the bathroom.